So I have a two-part question, and obviously I'm sure you'll answer it in the way you want. My first part is, if Abraham could tell us what the first thing we should say to ourselves in the morning and the last thing we should say to ourselves at night. And then my second...
That's ridiculous.
Why? No, it's not.
Well, if that is important, then we've got to tell you the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, the fifth thing, because you're constantly stepping into a new segment. So are you saying, how can I get this day off to a good start?
Yes.
Then it's not about what you say, it's how you feel.
What is the best feeling then I should feel first thing in the morning?
Today, these are a lot of words. Today, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, it is my dominant intent to look for what I'm wanting to see.
And what about at night?
Tonight, while I'm sleeping, it is my dominant intent to look for what I'm wanting to see. And that would be the second thing and the third thing and the fourth thing. If that's your intention, if you are looking for easy existing matches. Now, there are many ways that we could say that to you. Another way of saying that is, today, in my awareness that my inner being exists, and in awareness that my inner being is aware of where I am, and in awareness that my inner being knows where I am in relationship to everything that I want, it is my dominant intent to get myself into a vibrational frequency where my inner being is, so that I can receive the information, the impulses, the guidance, and the point of attraction to get from where I am to everything that I want. Which means today, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, it is my dominant intent to look for things that feel good. Another way of saying it is, I realize that I am an extension of source energy, and I realize that the source energy part is the dominant part of me, and I realize that that source energy that's the dominant part of me has full awareness of where I am, and it is my desire to be in sync with my inner being. And I also know that my inner being, a lot of words here, I also know that my inner being, might take you an hour or two to get this morning off to a good start. My dominant intent to be in sync with my inner being today. My inner being always has a good day in my experience. And the way that I know that my inner being always has a good day is because when I'm not having a good day, my not feeling good is the evidence that my inner being is feeling good. Can you absorb that? I couldn't feel bad if I weren't contrary from my inner being. When you're in alignment with your inner being, you feel the fullness of all of that. When you don't feel good, something's out of whack, and we promise you it is not your inner being.
Okay, my second part is I have a beautiful little boy with autism who can't speak to me. What would he say to me?
What would he say to you? He would talk to you in vibration from the vortex. Why would you want human words when you can feel non-physical vibration? So he would say to you, it's okay. He would say to you, I chose this deliberately. He would say to you, I like it, I wish you did too. He would say to you, nothing's going wrong here. I'm not defective or broken. I'm source. And let's enjoy this, and let's have fun, and let's together find ways of helping other people understand that what they think is success is not what we know is. You get that. You understand that fully. And we're not saying don't encourage him into some of what you would like to see. We're not saying that. What we're saying to you is, accept the perfection of what he is. Yeah. And he will help you find the perfection of what you are. Yeah. And that's the first thing he'd say in the morning, and that's the last thing he'd say at night. Second one. A lot of you, as you decided to come into this physical body, because your teachers to the very core of your being said or meant, I'm going to go into the physical and I'm going to be, this is coming right to you, but I'm going to go into the physical and I'm going to be so uniquely me that you can't drag me away from my intentions. I'm going to be so sure of what I've set into motion that I'll find my way there. I won't be influenced or intimidated by the herd. I'll be gay, and people will condemn me for it. I'll be weird, and people will condemn me for it. I won't think like everybody else thinks or want what everybody else wants. I'll be uniquely me. And I will find a way, because I'm already there before I get there, I'll find a way to be joyful in my beingness regardless of the opinion of others who don't understand. Yeah. And, to be that sure is what you're all reaching for. To tune into the whole of who you are and know the rightness of who you are without being confused by somebody else's confusion. That's happiness. That's happily ever after, in fact. So what's up? Good. Now what? Is it becoming more? More questions? Start right here.
Thank you. So I'd like to talk about focus.
Yes.
Either in the format of a rampage and or a meditation. Because I find that...
Before you go further,
I
want to clarify something. Rampages are really good if you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Meditation is a way to get there. Meditation defocuses resistance and allows focus to alignment. Just want to get those things in place before you go further. So
the reason why I say it is because when I'm here with you and like the energy is just flowing and it tapped into but then when I'm outside of this environment it's harder. So what?
Well, it's because here you are less likely to be distracted by the things that your inner being isn't. Where here you are more likely to be focused on the things that your inner being is.
Yeah.
But the more likely to be is in the situation of being here, it can be a sort of conditional thing. We've got a strong vibe going, a lot of intentionality as this group rendezvoused. So as you just observe the conditions, it's conducive to alignment, where sometimes in other situations it's not so conducive to alignment, but you want to not need the conditions to be such and such and such in order to find alignment.
That's right. Otherwise I have to stalk Esther and follow her
Esther asks herself from time to time, because she does a few processes as she begins every day. And sometimes she will say, should I do my processes first? It's processes like if there's something bothering her, she identifies it and then she finds the feeling place of the other end of the stick. Or she does a process where she just looks for easy existing matches of things that line her up. So she'll ask the question, should I meditate first or do my processes first? And she does it both ways, but she likes to do the processes because she can feel herself deliberately focusing herself into alignment. When she meditates, she distracts herself into alignment. What a good question you started with. In other words, do I focus myself into alignment by thinking about what I want and so forth, or do I distract myself into alignment by clearing my mind and in the absence of resistance just allowing my vibration to rise? Well, both are effective processes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Both are great.
Yeah. So I guess for myself, and while you were speaking, I was thinking of discipline as well. So when I follow the routine of doing the processes and the meditation, it helps me. And then
let's take the word discipline for just a moment.
Yeah.
So in the discussion that we had before segment of refreshment, the important thing that we didn't quite get to yet was, which end of the stick am I coming from when I focus or when I take the action? If you're already tuned in, tapped in, turned on, then everything's easier. If you're not, then everything's a little bit more difficult. So say this again. What is it that you are asking about?
So I guess if I get a bit more specific with myself, so I still get very pushed and pulled in life, in the world. And so so for myself, it's like, how do I continue to be more and more focused?
Well, our question back to you is, when you are pushed and pulled in life, are you oblivious to it or are you aware of it?
I'm aware of it.
So if you are aware of it, your guidance system is working. So what's your guidance system telling you?
Well, for example, I just had a situation, it doesn't feel good, and then it's the I guess the focus not to get stuck in it, but to allow it to be, to allow the events to be.
Well, how much do you stew in it? Do you get in a justifying place?
Sometimes.
Do you want to talk about something specific?
Sometimes. It's when the most common thing is when someone does something that I feel is not probably the appropriate response in a situation. That's probably the most generic situation. Yeah, I can go.
And so, what's the emotion? You say that this is a sort of common thing. So, what's the usual emotion that you feel?
Frustration.
Frustration. Now, just stop there for a little bit and feel the frustration. We really appreciate so many things that you do, and so many of the things that you don't do that help us to help clarify a better path. Sometimes you don't realize that when you feel frustration, that there is something on the other end of the stick that's activated. Now, we're setting aside the situation, we're setting aside the behavior, the words, the action. We're just taking it right to you and making it between you and your inner being, and you are feeling frustration. What do you think your inner being is feeling?
Not.
But you can't say not frustration, because that just keeps amplifying frustration. So what is
at ease?
The word for the other end of the stick? It's implied, or it's known, or it's vibrationally obvious, or it's not hard to figure out. So if I don't want frustration, so if you say what I want to be is at ease, that's different than saying what I want is for them to shape up.
You know, I want to be able to go through.
But it is a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
it is.
Often you're not feeling for the emotion of at ease, which your inner being is already at. You're wanting them to shape up, or you're wanting them to understand where you're coming from, or you're wanting to get to the bottom of it. All these things that don't work. But when you own the emotion of frustration and you ask, what must my inner being be feeling? Because we have different opinions about this moment in time. So you can take what you extrapolate or what you conjure that your inner being is feeling, like at ease. Now, what might your inner being be thinking from that at ease point of attraction about this situation? This is good. What might your inner being be thinking? This is a good person. This is someone trying to figure it out, talking about the person or the situation that has frustrated you. People mean well. Can you tell us, because since you know the details of the frustration, what do you think the details of the anti-frustration are? What do you think the details of the ease and flow are? What might they be? What might your inner being be knowing about that?
That they're doing their job, that they're following a process, and part of what I'm working through is not expecting things always to be on my terms, my rules, my terms in that moment, the way that I want it to be, as opposed to sometimes the way it is.
And also your inner being could be thinking, this is how ideas flow, and this is how processes improve, and this is how we all get clear about what we want, and this is how we figure out what works and what doesn't work. And here's a big one. My inner being is always thinking, things are always working out for you. So think about it. If you, in that frustration, catching it early enough that you think, oh, Esther didn't ask where the bathroom was, first time ever. But things were working out for her anyway. Yeah. Now, you might think that finding the bathroom is not that hard. You should be in the back room of some of these hotels. Sometimes it's down that hall and over there and down that floor and up those stairs and around that corner and over there. Sometimes she puts little pink arrows so that she can find her way. But when she knows that things are always working out for me, things are always working out, then it's not frustration, it's just a matter of finding the bathroom.